Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to the Fangoria Movie Challenge. This is the segment I've been doing with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man, where we're not only going to watch, but also review all 101 movies Fangoria thinks we should have seen. Today, we're going to be talking about Hell Night. Hell Night is a 1981 film which runs approximately 101 minutes and is directed by Tom DeSimone. Now, he was responsible for Reform Schoolgirls, Savage Streets, and The Concrete Jungle. Now, this stars Linda Blair as Marty. She was in Savage Streets, The Exorcist, and The Witchery, along with David Hasselhoff. Vincent Van Patten as Seth. He was in The Guest House, The Break, and Camp Fear. And Peter Barton as Jeff. He was in Friday the 13th Part 4, Repetition, and Stir. Apparently, Kevin Costner worked on the movie as a grip, or at least that's what the rumor is. When Peter Barton falls down the steps with Andrew Garth, he actually does hurt his leg. That was not an act. And this was Compass International's final motion picture. This has always been a go-to slasher movie for me. I usually watch it at least once a year, sometimes twice. And that's been basically since I was about 13. Long time. Now, this is about the initiation night for Alpha Sigma Rho, and they are going out to Garth Manor because the initiation is for the 4 people who are trying to get inducted into the sorority and the fraternity. They have to spend the night in Garth Manor. Well, what's so special about Garth Manor? Well, apparently the place has no electricity or heat, but that's the good part. The bad part is it's mostly isolated. It has a fence that is almost impossible to climb over, and a little thing about Raymond and Lily Garth and Raymond killing his family in that house. Just a small little thing. So, the fraternity and the sorority has a couple members who like to scare the pledges on Hell Night. And they do that by hooking up speakers in the house. Just little stupid little gags that they plan for every year. They enjoy scaring the pledges. Well, unfortunately this year, the Garths are back at it, and the people get picked off one by one. That's basically the story in a nutshell. I do have one nitpick, and I was talking to Jill when we were watching this. My one nitpick has been my nitpick since I was 13 years old. The thing I never understood about it is that they alluded to the fact that this is done every year. So they have pledges that go to Garth Manor and they spend the night, blah, blah, blah. Apparently never really having a problem until this year. And I don't understand why that is. If you have this happen every year, did they just get sick of the people in their house? I don't know. It's one of those things that really don't make any sense in this film. But it's not enough to take me out of the film because this has always been a favorite of mine. This is a really fun slasher movie, and the acting, the camaraderie that's between the 4 people, the 2 girls and the 2 boys that are in Garth Manor spending the night, it always just felt believable, I guess. Not to mention Garth Manor, which was actually a house in California, and I can't remember the name of the house, but it was actually filmed in the same place where Fleetwood Mac did their music video for Big Love, I think. But the house is almost like a character. It's really, really cool. Very old and kind of eerie looking. But yeah. Not much else to say on this one other than the fact that I love it. I know there's controversy about the transfer on this. The one thing I will say about the transfer, this is much clearer than the Anchor Bay. Overall, it's much clearer. But this has imperfections that were actually not in the Anchor Bay transfer. Because I think I have 3 copies of the Anchor Bay. I have it with um, the dual pack with Fade to Black. I have it regularly, where I bought it from a yard sale years ago. And I have it in that 6-pack that has Fury of the Werewolf or Fury of the Wolf, um, To the Devil a Daughter, The Antichrist, that Anchor Bay 6-pack. So I've seen this movie a ton of times. Used to rent it on VHS. Now my recommendation to me was a no-brainer, and that is Happy Hell Night. Now this is when I was a little late to the party, and actually got this when I started my channel. I participated shortly after I started my channel in the, I think it was the March Madness sale for Code Red. And I got a bunch of, I think it was when Ronin Flicks first started. And I got a bunch of movies because they were, decently priced. And this was one of them. And this was actually a first time watch for me back then. And I really, really enjoyed this film. And it did have the similar flair of Hell Night. So that's my recommendation. Definitely check out Hell Night. And definitely check out Happy Hell Night. And don't forget to check out Joe's review and what he picked as a recommendation. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.